Good afternoon, everyone. It's just after 4 o'clock here in the UK. And as you can see, markets are pretty flat with central bank activity later on in the day. The S&P sitting right on that 4,100 number. Now, during early trading, the trend on the VectorVest composite, the shortest measure of the trend is turned down. We'll see if it stays there. And underlying trend is up, and the longest term measure of the trend has been up for quite a spell now. So apart from this shortest term measure of the trend, everything else is positive. However, as the short term trend has taken its foot off the petrol, VectorVest does not advocate buying stocks at this time. Darn good advice. So we have a look at the VectorVest composite, and it turned down halfway through the session last Friday after that huge jobs number, which clearly market now is a bit worried that with such a huge jobs number that the Fed will keep pressing on with the beating. Markets are pulling back. The volatility of this pullback is relatively low. We're not seeing big bars here, and that's quite positive. And I think that we're probably going to test back into this level here somewhere. So as far as I'm concerned, all looks quite good. As you can see, in terms of the buy-sell ratio, the price is rising and the buy-sell ratio is rising as well. Normally, you'll see some divergence there at a turning point. Not always. Sometimes there can be a V-top. As you can see, the buy-sell ratio moved up 4 to 4, and certainly that's coming into an overbought situation. And there's no doubt that this market was very overbought in the short term and would seem to have to pull back either by going sideways or pulling back a little bit before it moves again, if it moves again. So I've taken some positions, and I've entitled this video Trading by Price and Volume. This is a small stock. It's growing earnings strongly, as you can see. And I particularly liked it because of the price and volume relationship. And if we have a look at this over the last little period, it's trending up. That's 21 and 55 moving averages. But the thing I really did like is this huge move up. It closed in the top 20% of the range on huge volume here. And then we have an inside day, and then it's broken out of that inside day. So I've taken a trade in that with a very tight stop loss. Really love inside days because, not because they're that predictive, but because you can, in fact, test your trading idea just for a few dollars. So the stop loss in that is less than $5, so that's pretty good, 5%. So we'll see if it works. I'm not sure whether it work or not, but we'll see. This is Deckers. I've got a position in Deckers from across here. Should have been in it much earlier because I noticed it when I was doing the 2-day live seminar at VectorVest in Tampa, but only got into it about here at that outside day. So it's marginally profitable, but I'm hanging in there. And this is another one that came to me over the last day or two. This is URI, United Rentals, price rising and really good volume. Now going sideways, very small bars and on virtually no volume. So price is rising, folks. In rising volume, pulling back and falling volume is the primary definition of a bull market. And eyeballing price and volume in that fashion has done more for my hit rate than pretty much anything else. The stock over the last 3 months is growing earnings strongly. It's trending up. And very importantly, as it's moved up, volumes increased. As it's pulled back, volume has contracted. And I think that the next move, in the next decent move in the stock will be upwards. But stop loss is quite a long way on that one. I've had to put the stop loss down here somewhere, so we will see if that runs okay. So 3 bets running in the US market at the moment. I got stopped out of GLD, GDX. I got stopped out of XLE, GDX for a very good profit, XLE at entry point. I got stopped out of another small stock that I was holding. So I've just got these 3 positions running at the moment. In the intraday market, I really fancy a long position here today. This is the FOMC last week. That was Friday's trade. Yesterday I didn't do anything, and today so far I haven't done anything. But I saw this breaking up. I think I would have a go on the long side. If we have a look at the overnight market, as you can see, this is an hourly chart, and the overnight market sitting at a very important support level. As you can see, those bottoms and that top, pretty much the same thing. And if you do the sums, that is a 50% retracement of the big move up and a 62% of the retracement since the FOMC. So let me just do that from that low to that high. You can see that the 62% retracement coming in there. The old RSI in this case is showing a little bit of normal divergence. So I'm waiting for a signal from the intraday chart to take that position. I haven't taken it yet, but if I see it breaking up through here and pulling back a little bit, then I would be tempted to go long here this afternoon. So if we go back to the front page of VectorVest, folks, we are now down 1 point, and it's made up about 20 points this afternoon. The short-term measure of the trend, well, I've been rattling on, has turned back to up. The pullback, the bars have been, the volatility of those bars from the high to the low has been relatively low, which is indicative of a pullback in a bull market. I always try and be as positive as I can, but the only reality is the trend, and the trends are still up, and I shall be sticking with them as long as they are up. In the UK, I've gone from pretty much all in cash last November to being about 70% invested in stocks, and the UK market looking better than it's looked for many a long day. Again, it's short-term overbought, but I'm looking forward, if it does break these levels, to be fully invested in the UK market relatively soon. I think we'll get an answer relatively soon as to whether this upswing in market since last November is a rally in a bear market or the start of a new bull market. I think we'll get the answer over the next couple of weeks. I still think these markets, even under the most pessimistic situation, have got further to move on the upside before they make a decision for us. I hope this helps. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.